Hello, good morning everyone. We are doing class 8, chapter name is sound. We have already seen the first part of this chapter. Today we are going to see the second part. In this we will see the various type of instruments. Based on what vibrates in an instrument, the instruments have been divided into mainly three categories: a string instrument, wind instrument, and percussion instrument. So what is a string instrument? A string instrument has got metal wires as the vibrating string. You must have seen musicians, artists, the players, those who play musical instruments, playing sitar, guitar, violin, sharad, veena, etc. And they have a metallic wire in them. When the metallic wire vibrates, the metal wire or the metallic wire vibrates, then the sound is produced. You must remember that what kind of sound is produced, the quality of sound produced, the frequency of the sound produced depends on the length of the string, depends on the thickness of the string, and depends on the tautness of the string. That's why you will see that instruments with different length metal wires produce different sound. If the thickness is more, the pitch of the sound will be less. That means you can say less shriller sound will be produced. And if the length of the wire is less, the pitch will be more. A more pitched sound, a more shriller sound is produced. And then on the tautness, thickness I have already discussed, tautness. That's why we see that when the wire becomes loose after playing for a long time, the player of that musical instrument tightens his string because the sound quality has changed. And when you go to concert or any program where some musical instruments are being played, you must have seen that the strings are vibrated by plucking them. For example, in the case of a sitar, sound may be produced or vibration may be produced by striking them, as in the case of guitar, or by playing with a bow, as in a case of a violin. You will see in the case of a violin. So we have understood here now that the frequency of the sound is changed as the length or the thickness or the tautness of the string is changed. The next type of the musical instrument is wind instrument. In wind instrument, the air column is set to vibrate by blowing air through them. For example, in case of flute, shahnai, clarinet, saxophone, bugle, etc. When you have seen someone playing or producing music on flute, you must have seen that the holes are closed or opened, and the length of the vibrating column is changed, and so the sound of different frequencies are being produced. And in case of trumpet, what you will see, that this is done by pressing the keys. How it is done or why it is done so? It is done so because these instruments are basically like hollow pipes, maybe of different shapes, they are of different shapes, and the musician, the player, blows into them to make the air column inside vibrate. And then the frequency of the sound produced here in this type of instruments depends on the length of the air column, which is adjusted by opening and closing the holes by the musician. Our next, here is an example given, an activity told to perform. We have been told here to do an activity. How? We are told to take different amount of water in 4 or 5 glasses. Here 4 has been taken. In one glass you take more than 3/4 of the water. All the glasses are of same size. In the next glass you will take more than half. In the third glass we may take around half of the glass, and in the fourth glass we may take less than half or 1/4 of the glass filled with water. That means we are changing the amount of water in these 4 glasses. All 4 of them has got different amount of water in them. And you know, when anything is empty, it has got air in it. So in this one, more amount of air, here little less, here more less, and here the least amount of air, because most of them is filled with water. Here the maximum is filled with water, here the minimum is filled with water. Then we are told to heat each of the glasses with the help of a pencil. We will heat it, and we will try to hear the sound being produced by the striking of our pencil. We will listen sound of different pitch, and this is actually an example of Jal Tarang. So this activity helped us to understand that when different amount of air column will vibrate, different pitched sound will be produced. Next is our third type of instrument that we call percussion instrument. Percussion instrument. In the percussion instrument, what we will see, that a vibrating skin or a membrane produces musical sound, and therefore this type of instrument is also known as membrane instrument. The instruments are made like that they have this skin scratched over hollow objects, and when the skin is struck, the sound is produced by its vibration. And that hollow object is usually cylindrical body of metal, wood or clay. Example, we can take tabla, dholak, drum, mridangam, bongos, etc. And in this type of instrument you will see that the sound produced, the pitch of the sound produced depends upon the tautness of the membrane and its area. That means how much tight the membrane is and what is the area of the membrane. If smaller areas are there and the membranes are tauter, it will produce shriller sound, high pitched sound. And if the area is larger and the tautness is less, it will produce low pitched sound or less shriller sound. Here in this diagram, in this figure, we will see different type of musical instrument: string instrument, violin, sitar, wind instrument, flute, saxophone, percussion instrument, tabla, drum. Now we will see the next page. This one we had already seen in video number 1. Now we will see the music and noise. Difference between music and noise. So you can write in the form of column also to first try to understand that sound is produced by two type of vibrations: regular vibration and irregular vibration. So the sound which is produced by regular vibration, that is music, and we like to hear it. It is pleasant to our ear. But in noise, it is produced by irregular vibration and it is unpleasant to listen, unpleasant to hear. So you can make column and write column number 1 music, column number 2 noise. First point you will write music is produced by regular vibration, whereas noise is produced by irregular vibration. Music is pleasant to listen, noise is unpleasant to listen. Then you can write that music is produced by musical instrument or the singing of a person, etc. No, in musical way if they sing. And noise is produced by moving vehicles, bursting of crackers, shouting of children, crying of babies, etc. Next we have noise pollution. Noise is not only unpleasant to listen, but it causes stress and anxiety, sleep disturbance and permanent damage to hearing. I had already told you earlier that noise or the loudness of a sound is measured with the help of a unit called decibel. Small d and capital B is the symbol. Very loud noise, 140 to 150 decibel, that is produced when a jet plane takes off, can burst our eardrum. And the noise level of 120 to 140 can hurt the ears. And even noise level 80 to 90, those produced in factories and busy streets, can damage the hearing if we are exposed to it for a long time. Now the question is, what is noise pollution? So the persistence of unwanted sound or loud noise in the environment, which sometimes has harmful effects on human health and well-being, is known as noise pollution. And there are various sources of noise in our surrounding, in our environment. The sources of sound may be from industries, from vehicles, maybe from the loudspeakers. When there is a function or the rally or of the political parties, or announcement of some program, etc., shouting of the street hawkers, or the talking or the shouting of the workers where the construction of building is going on. Another source of sound noise can be crackers, gadgets, our gadgets that we use for entertainment. For example, radio, tape, recorder, transistors, television. Because when we play at a very high volume, we contribute to noise pollution. We contribute to sound pollution. So be careful whenever you are putting on your TV, tape recorder, a radio, transistor, or you are listening song or watching movies or playing game on mobile. The volume level should be bearable, that people can bear it. Some of the domestic appliances like cooler, air conditioner, washing machine, mixture, all these also are sources of noise. Noise is hazardous for us. It can cause temporary or permanent damage to our ear. We may be temporarily or permanently deaf. We may become. It also cause problem to the heart patients, those people who are having heart disease. And if people are prone to noise for a long time, if they don't have heart disease, they may develop. The chances of a high blood pressure, heart attack are more common in those people who live in noisy area or those who live in area where there is so much of noise. And that I already told you earlier about this one: stress, anxiety, sleep disturbance. Because of noise, you may not be able to sleep. People may not be able to sleep. You must have noticed that when some functions are going on near by your house or in your locality, and if they play the song or music such a loud volume, then what happens? We get disturbed. But since it is of our locality, it is of our neighborhood, we tolerate that. So now the question is, what can we do to minimize sound pollution? What can we do? Each one of us, if we become sincere in minimizing noise, we can contribute up to some extent. We can reduce noise pollution by not using loudspeakers during festivals, marriage ceremonies, or rallies, etc., or not using them or not playing the loudspeaker at a high volume. We can use, or we should use, but take care that nobody gets disturbed. We should play at little less volume. Other thing what we can do, We should build our house. When we buy land for construction of our house, we have to take care that we are not buying land close to the industries, or when industries has to be set up, the government should take care that they are not set up in residential areas where it is prohibited to blow the horn. For example, near hospitals or school, etc., we should, when we are riding bike or any vehicle, we should take care not to blow horn. We should blow only when it is necessary. We should maintain our machines in good condition to reduce the industrial noise. And those workers who are working in the factories or companies, they should protect themselves by using earmuffs. See here the scene, here it has been given one horn with red line being cut by it, showing that there is a silence zone and downward distance 50 meter. Both sides, that means from where this symbol is given, where this sign has been put, from that place 50 meter, both the sides, it is silence zone. We should not blow horn in that area. And then what we have more, we should lubricate, that means put oil, grease, etc. in our domestic appliances like cooler, fan, or our gate, main gate. They also make noise when we open and close. Firecrackers should be banned, or we should try to crack less crackers. We should try to organize functions indoors. We can use thick curtains inside our home to reduce noise level. And I think there may be some more ways you can think of. Be sincere and try to do not to produce noise pollution, not to contribute noise pollution. The next part we will see in another video. Thank you everyone.